Just getting in the house, and I wanted to talk to you about some other things I done found out about Chris Freaky Booty Stokes. I just really never knew that 2024 would be lit like this. And I'm glad because you know how long that these predators have been hiding in the streets of Hollywood? Do you know how long we've been watching these folks on TV, going to their concerts, enjoying their music, and behind the scenes, they doing F-offs, they turning young men out. And it's sad to say that it's been more young men turned out in Hollywood than I believe females. At least a female body is made for that. But when you take a young man manhood, and I'm not saying it's right if a woman got hard or mistreated or abused, that's wrong as hell also. But a young boy, when you take that from a man, I think God has a special place in hell for you for that. Because could you imagine the pain and the agony of somebody ripping your body apart, forcing themselves inside of you, and God didn't even make you to be entered into? He made you to reproduce babies. He made you to be a giver. He made a man to be a giver. And you making him receive against his will? A kid. And more young men are coming out. Now I'm starting to see why a lot of guys, and I'm not talking nothing about the G community. Do not go there with me. But I see why more and more men are going that way, because if you talk to them and you hear their stories, most of them have been taken advantage of. You talk to women that goes that way. They'll tell you a story about someone taking their body from them and they hate men now. Isn't that sad? That all these human beings walking around here on earth and you want to touch a child? You sick MF. God has a special place just waiting for you. Okay, Chris Stokes. This story just got me you know what, this story got me just distraught. This story got me real messed up because I met B2K. I worked at a hotel. I was a manager. And my kids just loved, my niece and my daughter, they just loved B2K. They were coming to Grand Rapids, right? I remember how I was with New Edition. So I said, let me help them with a memory they'll forever remember. So when I found out they was coming, I put my old stuff out the bag, what I did with New Edition back in the day. And I called the record label. And I was able to convince them to stay at our hotel. I said, we'll get them back and forth to the venue safe. It's a nice environment. It's a good neighborhood. And I talked my way into getting B2K to stay at our hotel in Grand Rapids. My niece and none of them believed me. So when I went to work, here come B2K. They whole bus pull up. Promoter talks to me. I'm giving them their rooms. Call my niece and my daughter. And also, hey, they here. Mom, you lying. That Nina, you lying. No, they're here. And I'm going to make sure y'all stay on the same floor. Didn't I tell you I did that with New Edition? I'm going to put y'all on the same floor with B2K. But the only rule is Don't treat them like they're famous. The promoter told me to make sure I tell anybody that's on their floor, run into them, treat them like they're just regular people because they don't like that. Okay? So since I'm working, I had my daughter's father stay with the girls upstairs. We drove them to the venue. They went to the concert. My kids was like in the third row. They came back. They got in their rooms. They didn't get a chance to see him at first, but Omarion wanted to swim. And some other group members said they might swim. So they called downstairs. They said, is anybody at the pool? I said, no. They said, well, if you let us have a private time at the pool, your friends, your girls, your daughters, them, they can come to the pool. But remember what I said. Treat them like they regular boys. They just want to be treated like humans. I said, okay, well, I got you. I talked to the girls, tell them, give them the rules. Or Marianne want to go swimming and y'all can go swimming with them. They going crazy. I mean, shut up, calm down. You're not going to be able to go. Okay, we got this, we got this. They taking deep breaths. They getting all cute out in their swimming suit. I get ready to walk them out in the hallway. And guess who coming out their room at the same time? Omarion. My niece turned and looked at Omarion and got this close and was screaming like somebody was finna kill her. And the boy took off running back in the room like he was scared. He ran back up in the... I was like, why would you do that? She said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. So they didn't go swimming. Then I'm down at the desk doing some work. This is why the story mean a lot to me, because I met Raz B several times that night. He came to the front desk several times, licking his lips. You know that's how he do. Licking his lips, being the cute little light-skinned something that he is. And I'm like, boy, what do you want? Where the girls at? Ain't no girls in Grand Rapids. They ran across the street, 28th Street, over to the restaurant, and cars blowing like, is that B2K? I mean, they were just all over. They went to the gas station. They're all over the place around the hotel. And people tripping like, B2K. Girls calling me, it's B2K. Nope, they're not here. Hanging up, they all outside the hotel. Raz B want to let them in. The coolest, cutest little thing ever. And they all was really, really short. I'm like, these brothers short as hell. Little bitty somethings. So I met these kids. To make a long story short, it hurts my heart because they were so innocent at the time. And this was like 2000 and, it had to be like 2003. They broke up in 2004. So a year before their group broke up. This was like 2003. They were so innocent and was having so much fun. They was full of life. I had no clue. And I believe Chris Stokes might have been with him. I don't know who Chris Stokes was at the time. But he had a lot of managers, promoters, and bodyguards. So I don't know who they were. And I had to tell my boss, I said, these kids as big as the Jacksons. Because he was like, we never heard of them. Like, they the next Jacksons. I had high hopes for B2K. The next day, the kids went in their rooms after they checked out. They was kissing the pizza boxes, laying on the pillows, falling all over the bed. They went crazy. I said, y'all kissing a pizza box? One of them seen a slice of pizza that was halfway eaten. And, oh, my God. Oh, Maria's lips was on this pizza. They was acting a fool. But I say this because I met these kids, man, and they were so innocent and cute little boys, and they had their whole life ahead of them. And to hear that this happened to them, and I thought Marques Houston was fine as hell. I used to like Marques Houston from Immature until I'm hearing all these things about Marques. Unbelievable. Cause you see them in House Party, and you see them in what's the movie they made with B2K? You see him in all the movies, and Marques was just known. You know, he was on Sister Sister. He was on yeah, it was Sister Sister when they first started. He was on that. It was like, ain't no way Marques Houston did this. But now I'm starting to believe you did, Marques. I believe Chris Stokes groomed Marques Houston. I believe he groomed him. And this is when it comes to a turn, when you turn from being a victim into a predator. Marcus started off as a victim. Now Marcus is a predator because he had his own victims. You can't say you a victim no more, Marcus, because you victimized people yourself when Chris wasn't even around. I'm going to show y'all a picture in a minute that's so disturbing to me. Then I hear that it was bad enough that Marques Houston was 37 and his bride was 19. But I'm hearing more and more about this little girl. I heard that she was on one of those flyers for a runaway. She was 14. And Chris Stokes pretty much took her under his wing, tried to play daddy with her. And he groomed her and pretty much gave her to Marcus. So they had this runaway girl in the camp till she was 14. Cute little girl. Marques Houston's wife right now. He tried to claim that he didn't touch this girl. I ain't touch her until she was like 17. She been around us. She was 14. She's a runaway. Nobody tried to reach her mom. So they try to investigate now to see if that's the same girl that's on that flyer, because somebody about to be in trouble. She grown now, though. I just don't know what they gonna do. But anyway, Marcus started sleeping with her and dating her when she was 17, but he been knowing her since she was 14. So you weren't looking at that 14-year-old girl, Marcus? You kept on saying, no, I gotta wait till you're 17. You know Elvis did the same thing with Priscilla, right? I think she was 14. He claimed, I didn't touch Priscilla till she was 21. You're a damn lie, man. Come, I know a man. You don't just wake up one day and you look at her, oh, you 17 now? Oh my God, you're beautiful. I like you. You've been liking the girl the whole time, Marcus. Then the video, if y'all go back and watch my video from 2 days ago, I let you hear Quninden. Is it Tolliver? Quninden T, that's what I'm gonna call him. He was a singer. He was under Chris Stokes. Talking to Raz B, saying how they took his innocence from him. And he said Marques Houston did it. Yeah, Chris Stokes sat there and got off, but Marcus is the one that was on top of him. He said this not even knowing that Raz B was recording him. He was talking how bad it hurted and how they tore him and had him bleeding. I mean, he was in detail. And you could tell from the boy's voice that he was distraught. So Raz B got him on record because you know why? Because nobody believed Raz B when he said it happened to him. So when this Quninden was telling Raz the same thing happened from the same people, he was like, let me record this because nobody believed me. They tried to act like Raz B was mad because he got put out the group and some other things with money. I seen a video today, y'all, with Raz B. The boy is out of it. He's out of it. Now he's backtracking his story. Quninden is dead. Ain't that ironic? Every time a victim come forth in Hollywood, they end up sick, car accident, overdose. They just end up dead. Quninden finally was getting his life back together and feeling good about himself. Because he ended up being a G-man. You know what I'm saying? He ended up going that way. But he finally got his oomph to go on. And one day he coming home and he hit a wall and he crashed and died. Ain't that crazy? Just when he was getting his swagger back, they probably thought he was going to tell. And the young man is gone. Just like the guy that did Cassie breast implants. That could say Diddy made him do a surgery back to back because he wanted her to look like J-Lo. He was coming home one day, and they said he was texting and went over a cliff in L.A. Ain't that crazy? People just disappear in Hollywood. Oh, man. So Raz B, he started describing Chris Stokes' bedroom. And Quninden said, how do you know that? He said, because, bruh, it happened to me, too. It's a big piggy bank on the side of the bed. You could tell that I'm getting chills. You can tell that that moment for him was horrible because he remembered the things in the room. Like he was just looking around and just say, I wish somebody would just help me, and just staring at different items. I'm looking at the piggy bank. I'm looking at the lamp. I see the brown wood of the headboard. I remember how the bed smelled. He remembered lots of details because it was a horrible moment. And Quninden said, bro, you was young. They did that to you too? And then he went on to say, Chris is sick, man. He's sick. Because he kept on doing it, man. This is how he was talking. He kept doing it, man. He was enjoying it. This nigga is really, gee, something wrong with him. I mean, he just couldn't believe it as he was talking. Like, this dude is really nuts. He was really enjoying taking that from us, man. And I just found out today, Chris Stokes is Raz B cousin. This is cousin. Didn't I tell y'all that a lot of times the predator is right there in your own bloodline? Now, could you imagine how long he been doing this to his little cousin? His Chris Stokes' auntie, which is Raz B's mom, I guess, or the daddy, somehow they cousins, trusted this Negro with their child on the road. And they look a lot alike. When I look at them, I'm like, damn, they kind of look alike. This is his cousin, this big cuz. Y'all know how I feel, big cuz. I'm with big cuz. I'm good. And the whole time, big cuz taking his innocence. Now let's talk about Chris Stokes' wife real quick. Because I brought her up in my last video, and I don't want to murder her name. I think it's Monier or something like that. If I'm saying it wrong, y'all know what I mean. It's Monyee, Monier. That's Chris Stokes' wife. I didn't think about this until I watched some other YouTubers today, and I'm like, I never looked at it that way. Could y'all get my likes up when y'all get a chance, please? I appreciate you showing some appreciation when you come in the house. When you log on to my channel, you walking into my house. Could you please like my videos? Because this video really mean a lot to me. Like I said, I met these kids, and it's horrible that they had to endure this. But anyway, I digress. She said in a letter that she had to do a cleanser. I'm paraphrasing. She had to get her mind right because she knew the whole time. She knew this been going on. She know for a fact that her husband is a predator. And in the same tongue, she said she was married to this man 20 years. Until Storm Monroe said this, it didn't dawn on me. Where was your ass at when Raz B was bent over on your bed? Where was you at when Quninden was on your bed? Where were you at when these boys was crying out? Where was you at when Raz B got on national TV and said it's about your husband? You was one of the promoters. You there. You know everything. Now, your marriage then fell apart. You don't want to be with him no more. Either the money ran out, you got a new boo thing, something going on. You acting like R. Kelly's wife. When all the shit come tumbling down, now, me too. I know everything. Where was your ass when you could have saved these kids? Don't wait until they messed up grown men, messed up, don't know which way to turn to come out. The damage done now. You see Raz B now, you see him on TV, he look crazy. He had this crazy look to him. He always danced, and he remind me of Orlando Brown. They got this craziness about them, like their mind is not there. And you was watching this kid crying, and wasn't nobody believing him, and you didn't stand up for him, sis. And how many years ago was this? You didn't stand up for him, sis. Now that on your timing, when you feel like something ain't right for you, it's time to talk. I feel bad. I had to get my mind right. No, you didn't feel bad. You were sleeping with this brother. You were sleeping with this brother every day. It didn't bother you. You just had another baby, I think in 2007 by him. You got grown kids too. And I think that's the year Raz B came out with the story. You knew. Do you think I could stay with a man if a kid saying, your husband, which is my cousin, been molesting me? Do you think I would stay with him? I'd be like, no, it's something. No, I gotta investigate. No, we can't do this till I find out the truth. And he said, Omari and all of them are not telling because they just feel like there's no need to. They grown and they didn't pass that stage. And J Boog still hang around them. J Boog and Marques Houston still the best of friends with Chris. And he makes sure they keep their pockets nice. They still around him. It came to a point where they were at a talk show or somewhere, and J Boog came in there with a shirt said, I don't feel safe. Because Raz B kept saying, I don't feel safe. So J Boog tried to be funny and wear a shirt to say that. Now, how can you mock your cousin? You allow J Boog to mock your little cousin, Chris, if you really didn't do this. Why would you allow him to show up in that shirt? And this is your little cousin. Omarion got pissed. He like, why would you do that? That's his story. Let him tell it. But the rest of them just ain't, they're not talking. But where was his wife all this time? Lady, where were you at? Do you know you could have saved some boys? Quninden probably wouldn't be dead if you would have spoke up. And this what makes me mad. Everybody think I'm victim shaming on my videos when I say, are you a victim or you a volunteer? Victims don't get paid, y'all. I ain't gonna talk about Cassie right now, but victims don't get paid. Okay? And what pissing me off with a lot of these situations, these people's taking payoffs to be quiet when they can save a whole lot of people in Hollywood. They taking payoffs to, I'll give you a few million, just shh. And you go keep letting this person be a predator? Because if you don't tell, he's going to do it to somebody else. And that person might end up dead. Like Kim Porter. Don't come out now and say, oh, I got Kim Porter phone. I know what happened to Kim Porter. It's too late. Kim Porter dead. You should have been trying to say Kim when she was in the shit. Oh, give the kids closure. What that's going to do? Their mama still gone? And if I was one of the kids, I'd be like, I don't even want to hear the shit now. Where was you at when you could have saved my mama? Where the hell was you at? If you knew my dad was doing all this shit, why didn't you say something? You could have went to one of my brothers. You could have went to Al B. Sure. You could have went to somebody that could have took it to the detectives. Y'all could have walked up in there together and said, I need protective custody. I need somebody to guide me and watch over me because I'm scared. But I have some serious shit right here that'll save a few people's lives. And I got some shit that didn't took somebody's life. I got some murder stuff in this phone. I need your help. Don't keep getting money, showing up at events, prancing around, being cute, and you know all this, and then you wait till people then dropped off dead. You wait till Al B. Sure almost died. You wait till Jamie Foxx almost died. Now I want to tell some stuff. People coming up missing. And if I was a prosecutor, I would go back and say, how long did you know this? And you're going to jail too. No, you hid evidence that could have saved people's lives. You hid a murder. You're going to jail. That's a crime. You can't hide information from a crime. You can't sit here and come out, Monier, and say, I know these little kids was getting AR'd for years and I didn't say nothing. You just as guilty as your husband. Ain't no way in the hell I would lay with a man knowing he been touching little boys. Little girls either, but little boys. I would have called their mothers. If you didn't even want your husband to know or you was afraid, you could have called the mothers and said, get your kids out now just to listen to me. You could have gave them some kind of sign. You didn't do it. I'm going to show y'all a picture. It's a YouTuber named Sean, and he know Chris Stokes. And he put this on. He put this on his channel. Look at this picture that Chris Stokes took. Y'all remember of the group Immature? It's Marques Houston and the other two. It used to be a little Chinese guy, and from my understanding, someone gave his mama the heads up, and she pulled her son. Remember the little Chinese one that was at a house party? She pulled him out the group, and the dark-skinned one in the middle that I'm about to show you took his place. But look at this picture that Chris Stokes took of this group, and tell me if this is normal. What do 3 teenage boys, that's Marques Houston when he was a teenager. This is the one that took the Chinese little kid place. He don't even want to look at the camera. He look like he mad, like he don't even want to be involved. They in their underwear on the bed together. Butt naked besides their underwear. Chris Stokes took this picture. Why? Why would you take 3 teenage boys with their underwear on in a bed, Chris? This don't have nothing to do with music. He didn't know this picture was going to come out. Look at these boys. Turning them out. This kid right here is not feeling it at all. Mark is ready for whatever it is because Kristen turned him out already. And you could tell he been turned out because he comfortable with it too. This one looking like, why the F am I here? I need to call my mother. And I wish he would have called her. But we thought Marcus was so cute. Little Marcus. We thought he was the cutest thing. All the girls liked him. And he's sleeping with boys, allegedly. And Chris, look what they say. Marques Houston. Quninden Tolliver. Trevor? That's the one that died in the car accident. Monet is the wife. She exposed G abuse on Marques Houston, Quninden, and many others. Now Mark is married to this little girl that's 19. I think she in her early 20s now. He's married to her. He got a young wife and a baby. And now he done ran to Jehovah. He a Jehovah Witness. Really, Marcus? You don't think you got to pay for doing this? This is how I know Raz B not lying. This is why I know Raz B is not lying. This is about B2K, Immature, and Chris Stokes. This is Immature. Chris Stokes took this picture and his wife didn't put it out from years ago. But she knew this a long time ago and she didn't stop it. That she said that he used to make these boys sleep with each other and he'll watch and then he'll join in and they all take showers together. Now, what do this got to do with music? This is a singing group. Look at this kid face, man. He was so mad, he won't even look at the camera. Y'all can't tell me he was for it. Look at him. He looked like he want to cry. In his underwear. Look at him. Young kid in his underwear. Look at Marques Houston. Do you know how sick this is? He sat there and made these boys take off their clothes and take this picture so they can have sex together. Because this is what his wife said happened. But I'm saying, if you know all this, lady, Monier, where were you at? Were you helping hold the camera? Where were you at? Because this looked like this could be Chris Stokes' bed. This looked like a nice bed for the managers. I don't think this is one of these kids' beds. This looked like, it looked like a female bed, really. But this is somebody grown bed. This ain't one of these boys' beds. They in somebody mama bed or Chris Stokes' bed. This not their bed. Now, was this part of the album cover? Was this a photo shoot? No. And I wish they had talked to each one of these boys and asked them, why did y'all take this picture? They need to go check on these guys. See, Marcus is a predator now. He for it. He been groomed. He all for what Chris did. These other little guys and Omarion and Jay Boog and all the rest of somebody need to go check on them because somebody ain't telling the truth. Now it's like Raz B against the world, man. And it's sad. Let me see, can I play a little bit what Sean said? I shouldn't, but I'm going to.
I started at Purdue Global because it was really easy to try to balance classes, writing paper.
Because you know I'm not. No, and a Z, and I'm right here. So let's keep on. Chris Stokes. Let's get into this. Chris Stokes. All right. Sandra Rose. Shout out to everyone in the video. Please hit the like. So former B2K manager Chris Stokes is off the market. Okay, now let's get into his new wife. Now this was April 21st, 2021. I'm gonna get off my screen. 2021 now. So Chris Stokes is getting married to his longtime girlfriend, Teen Kells. The former B2K manager announced his engagement on Instagram. The 51-year-old music producer shared a photo that showed him proposing to his lady on one knee. The couple wore matching Louis Vuitton outfits. Very gay. Very gay. I remember that picture. Very gay. And I don't even know if that's going on anymore because this used to be, they had the picture tagged to this Sandra Rose article, and it's no longer tagged. So I believe it's not because because this isn't a bad article.
Let me find a better part.
That the reason he stopped doing well is because of Chris. Chris had new targets. So when an observer has new targets, when they leaving what they feel is washed up, like the victim that they look now as like damaged goods or trash, when they're sweeping those people away, you have to keep them at a distance because they're still trying to basically keep them quiet or keep the tabs on them, so because you have to protect yourself as the bidder because you know what you did. So at any moment in time, this person could come out and say certain things. They could come out and do certain things. They could expose what happened, if you will. So it gets to, because Chris has had a lot of talented group. They should have never had to do any of these things. This ain't no album cover. Talented group. They
Oh, wow.
never had to do any of these things.
Wow, I didn't see this. Damn. More pictures. Let me get closer. Look at these boys. Look at these boys. Their pants are down. They like showing each other their penis or whatever they're doing here. This is not an album cover. Like he said, this is not an album cover. Look at him. Look at this. Grabbing his penis. What the hell is going on? This is the group B2K. That's Omarion right here. Got his pants down. Raz B. Underwear. More pictures. with these boys with their clothes off. Look, underwear. He got his back turned with his hands over his butt. Why? Like somebody said, turn around. Let me show you. Let me see your butt. And he covering it. Like, man, no, but he did it. Oh my god. He go a kid up here, kid right there. They all got their clothes off. Why? Why do these boys have their clothes off? Now who taking this picture? They said Chris Stokes took the picture and Raz B sitting there holding his penis. Are y'all kidding me? Get the hell out of here. If they don't lock this nigga up, that's some
So
sick
that the
shit.
time that he was here, you could enjoy instead of being burdened like he was with what you did to him. You see, you don't like that. You don't like that. You don't like that people know because, Chris, you feel like you're not a bad person. Most people like you do feel that way. Most people like you do try to convince yourself that you aren't a horrible, deplorable individual and you very so much are. You are that person. Yeah. But you need to convince yourself for like your children and your grandchildren and stuff like that so they don't look at you for the monster that you are. Because that's what you are, you're a monster. And you know you are. Because you don't do certain things anymore, you feel like it's vindication because you prayed about it. It's not. You need to pay for it.
That's right.
You need to pay for it. Yeah, your penance don't.
See, what he's saying is Chris Stokes is remarried, I guess. That's why I think Monier is coming forth. Because he's married and going on about his life. That's what it sounds like. I didn't get that far into it. But he is into church now. You know, people run to Jesus to hide their sins. Like Jesus, not the one that actually punish you. How you gonna do some stuff and then run behind Jesus? I did it, but I'm finna run behind Jesus. I'm saved now. Marques Houston is Jehovah's Witness. He saved now. He married to a little girl he been messing with since she was 14, but since she of age, God forgive me now because I'm married to her. And now she can't testify against me because she's my wife. So she can't tell them I did stuff to her at 14. Now they saved. This is what he talking about. They so into God now, but they still got to pay for their sin.
Don't get to be because you prayed or because you did whatever your religion requires you to do. Okay? We still know. The victims still know. Mm-hmm. You want to give them peace, you know what to do. You don't care to give them peace because you're narcissistic. You think that because you provided certain things for them, because their parents weren't well off or whatnot, you felt like they owed you. Owed you what? Their innocence? They owed committing acts with you that they would never do with people or men because you would guilt trip them into thinking. He had the boys arguing with each other all the time. B2K, they were always at odds because of Chris. Because of Chris, just like Diddy. Just like Diddy. And Chris will wave his power around. But not wave his power around in a way to get the group to stay a group. He will wave his power around to separate them. Because that's what you do when you're doing something you know you're not supposed to be. Chris will not let the boys go home when they will tour and whatnot. He will leave them temporarily. Sometimes he let them go home for a Christmas or so and whatnot, but he will get them immediately after that. Put them up, sign them up for things to keep them away from the people that will find out what's going on. He did that deliberately. Like you would do that on purpose to keep the boys because you're afraid of what would happen leaving them there too long. You didn't have control. Raz B, he was your family. You basically had custody of him. So you weren't worried about him because you could keep him really close. But what you didn't count on was that Raz was going to be the one to come in and unveil your secret.
Wow.
You would have thought that J-Book or Little Fizz would have did it before Raz B. That's why you felt comfortable kicking Raz B out of the group. You felt comfortable doing that because he was the one talking about the allegations. He was the one that came forward. It was him. he was the leader of that crusade of I was touched crusade. He was the leader of it. So yeah, you had to get rid of him. So that he could lose credibility, so that his voice would be smaller, is what you did. If you would have kept him in the group, the longer he would have been in the group, the more fame he would have got, so the bigger his voice would have became. So you needed to bury him. That's why you kept Omarion. You kept him because Omarion stayed, not loyal, but I really feel like Omarion was just trying to make it. I do. I think that he was just trying to make it. I feel like he was being misled, and Chris was manipulating him and misleading him. So if the boss is telling you something, Omarion was a kid. You know, a teenager coming into, like, he grew up in B2K. He was no adult coming into that group to where he knew better. He didn't. None of them did. None of them knew better. That's why none of them should blame themselves. Y'all didn't do nothing wrong. Y'all didn't. He did. And he knows it because he knew better. He did. So that's just how I feel about that. Like, he made them pay for their fame in a way that they should have never had to. They should have never had to. And the reason I feel that B2K can't get along is because of Chris Stokes.
I'm going to end that there because I shouldn't be showing other people videos. I want to give credit of the pictures and this little speech he just said. His name is Sean, S-E-A-N, Davy Way. It's right here. This is Cash App. He has very good content. I just happened to run across him tonight. And he actually knows Chris Stokes. Well-spoken young man. He's a cool dude. I like his content, and y'all need to check him out, give him credit for what he does, and see what he talks about, and like his videos and share them and show him some love because he's really good at what he does. He's been doing it now for some years. He have over 120 some thousand subscribers, so he's really good at what he do. But this video is disturbing, man. It's very disturbing because this is a whole group of boys that's on the road with their friend, big cousin, Raz B Big Cousin, Chris Stokes. So all these little boys probably know him. Could you imagine, for real, what mother wouldn't allow your best friend, y'all got a group, y'all put a group together, right? And then you know your best friend family. And his cousin say, hey, I'm a producer, I'm a director, I'm gonna have them out there, we gonna make a lot of money, go travel the world. You be like, you sure you gonna be with them? So you know this man. So you trusting your kids with somebody you know. And I remember my mom done that. Thank God he didn't try that because we would have jumped him. My neighbor took us to a New Edition concert in Detroit, a man. But my mother had been knowing him since he was a kid, and we had nobody else to take us, so we begged, pleaded for him to take us, and he took us. So she let us go with a male neighbor. We stayed in a hotel. He had a room next door because we were girls. He didn't try nothing. He was the perfect gentleman. But that's how parents do. Okay, I know him. I've been knowing since he was a kid. He ain't gonna do nothing. He gonna make sure they act right. He gonna keep them in line. Not thinking that somebody that you know would be the ones that take your child innocence. Chris Stokes need to go to jail, and so do Marques Houston. They need to find out if that girl is that 14-year-old girl on that runaway flyer when she was 14. It was a flyer that was out back then, and they said they looking for it because his wife saying it's her, that she was a runaway and missing, and they never found her, and they said that is the girl that Marques Houston is married to allegedly right now. He waited till she got 17, started sleeping with her, and married her at 19. And they said him and Chris Stokes had this girl till she was 14. But she grown now, so I'm trying to figure out what can they do. She ain't pressing charges then, she his wife. So he pretty much go get away with that. His wife coming out now, but if you don't have nothing but Raz B and everybody else said he lying, what they gonna do with that information? Now Raz, he's so messed up, y'all. He out here messed up, in and out of jail. They said he lost his mind. I seen him dancing. He begging and pleading on a short video saying, if anybody know my cousin's Chris or any group members, tell him I need help. The boy broke, don't know where to go, probably don't have no family. He said he's sorry and he lied. No, you didn't lie, son. You didn't lie. You just down and out and you feel like they won. I lied. They won. I'm hungry. I need people. I need help. Call my cousin. He to the point right now, call Chris. I'll even sleep with him if I have to. That's just how desperate this little kid is. And he a kid to me. He grown now, but he a kid to me. I don't care now. Nobody helped me when I needed help. I'm out here homeless. I done lost everything. Just call Chris. If that's what it takes, I'll do what I gotta do, Chris. If I gotta sleep with you, bro, let's go. Let's do it, man. Just help me. Just help me, man. And, whew, man. Oh, my God. I pray somebody in the industry that's a good person hear his cry and they help him, or a family member that loves him and help him and don't leave him out there because he is at his bitter end of his ropes. I don't want him to end up like Quninden. I don't want him to end up dead. I hope they protect this kid and get him off the streets and give him what he need before he self-destructs. Because what they gonna do next is say he OD'd, and I ain't gonna believe it. Because they know his mental state. They gonna say he OD'd if somebody don't step in and do something. But this is your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I want to beat Chris Stokes' ass. I'm just being... I want to get some brothers together and go find him and beat the dog hell out of this man. He shouldn't be walking around here. Neither should Marques Houston. And I didn't mean to exploit no children. They were teenagers. They probably 17 to 18 of them pictures. They was not little kids. I heard somebody say that's exploiting. No, the truth have to be out, man. If we got to exploit them now for the people to see, well be it. Y'all too worried about stupid shit. Somebody just said that. I read it. Like I'm exploiting kids. No, it's time to get their predator. And if it takes for us to see the pictures for people to say, yes, get him, that's what we got to do. It's time to stop hiding shit. Y'all didn't say that when the PP video R. Kelly was floating around, it was a little girl. Nobody said nothing about exploiting her. If it was a little girl, we couldn't prove that. It was just a small frame female. But nobody said, y'all exploiting her. No, y'all just wanted blood from R. Kelly. Now with some little boys, y'all explode. Don't show them videos. Don't show them pictures. Why not? Why not? People need to see what this brother has done, what Marques Houston has done. I don't want them to work nowhere else. They should kick them out of the damn church. Get out, you heathen. You was touching kids? No. Somebody need to be calling the police, showing them these pictures. And Monier, I'm saying your name right, you foul as hell, girl. You had these pictures all this time. Now you want sympathy from the world. My head was messed up and I gotta get my mental state. It just ought to be you was running around touching boys with your husband, allegedly, because you might as well have been touching him too. If you sat there and let him touch him, you might as well have joined in too, because you slept with him after he touched these kids. You let this predator have sex with you? Sick. You're sick. You're sick. I know what she gonna say. I was scared. I was afraid for my life. It never seemed to amaze me what people do for money. Y'all get mad at YouTubers for giving a story that's already been told. That's what cracks me up. Y'all get mad, get out them people business. These are public figures. Public. That means their life is public. That means when something happened, we have to give the story because YouTube pay us to give the story. YouTube pays us to give these stories. We don't just get on YouTube because we bored. And the ones that's not getting paid yet, they on their way to get monetized so they can get paid. And no, it ain't all about money because everybody don't talk about the celebrities. We talk about everything. I'm trying to sway away from it. But it's so demonic and evil. I want the world to know about these people. That's what's going on. If it takes for my voice to help share it, I'm going to do that. Who would have thought I get monetized in 2023 and in 2024 all these demons coming out and I'm one of the voices that's bringing them out? And it's like, I wouldn't have thought that. So God, he heard me when I said, if you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. He heard me. He always hear me. You better be careful what you say to God. Lord, use me any way you want to. I just want to be a servant. And yet we got these minions everywhere that's complaining about somebody trying to bust sin wide open. You did it, he did it. Stay out their business. No, they need to be found out. We need to talk about it. You need to tell people. You need to share with folks. You need to talk to your grandkids. You need to talk to your students in school. You need to find out if somebody's cousin touching them. It's time out for being quiet. Enough is enough. I'm tired of being quiet in these predators and these black family secrets. Black people got so many family secrets. Don't tell your granddaddy had a baby by your cousin. I mean, come on, man. It's so many stupid family secrets in the black community. That's why black people messed up. Y'all don't want to know the truth. How many black folks you know that ever went to seek help for their trauma they went through in their life? None, probably. Y'all don't go seek help for trauma. I ain't even have that kind of trauma, and I went to seek help because I wanted to be a better person before I leave this world. I didn't want to leave here being a mad black woman, so I went and got me some help because I was walking around here scarred from dealing with brothers that I chose to be in my life. That don't make me a victim. That make me a volunteer. I chose that person, and I stayed that long because I was weak. When I got to the point, it's like, Father God, I don't want to be weak no more. I don't want to be dumb to nothing. I want to just serve you. Heal me, Father God. And he did it. Go get you some help, Nina. That's your first step. And I deal with Love Dorsey on a daily basis, not personally. A lot of times I'm just watching her videos or I'm tapping in to her chats and I'm listening to her. And she don't know how she healed me by showing me some tough love. My mentor, Love Dorsey, don't even know she changed my life like she did. And she changed my life by calling me stupid. You stupid. Wake your ass up. She didn't call people dumb bitches and everything. You're dumb. And some people need that. Some people just need somebody to say, what's wrong with you? Stop pacifying people. Oh, they just victims. Oh, yeah, I know how it is when people get in your head. They manipulate you and they do this. No, wake your ass up. Shake them. Time out for that pacifying shit. It don't work because the more you pacify, here comes some more girls right behind her. Now, if they see you showing her some tough love and you putting her out there and say, look, this is what you don't do for 10 years. This the shit you don't do for 10 years because you can't get it back. Start letting these girls know this shit is real. Don't make them think they can do dumbass shit, sell their bodies, uphold a predator, and then when you're done, you come to the world and you say, I was victimized. And everybody like, come on, baby, we got you. Don't. No. Because they gonna keep doing the shit. If they start seeing people getting punished for their actions, people behind them ain't gonna be quick to do it. I ain't gonna cover up for him because I seen Chris Stokes' wife get 20 years with him. Because she upheld him in that shit. She got 20 years with that brother. You think I'm finna sit around with you and watch you mistreat a kid? You see what I'm saying? And if it's you, go seek some help, but you still go pay. People think because I repent, that's what your pastor said, T.D. Jakes. If I did do it, Now, who just say that? Everybody say he was with women and men in them rooms at Diddy house. And he said in his sermon, if I did do it, all I have to do is repent and God go forgive me. It ain't like I'm in trouble. He said exactly what I just said. A pastor, if I did do it, all I got to do is repent. It ain't like I'm in trouble. Yeah, you in trouble, pastor. It's certain things that shepherds can't do. You still gonna pay. Y'all think you can go just do some stuff and karma never gonna come back to you? God go forgive you. I forgive you for that. Yeah, you forgiven. But guess what? Karma don't miss nobody. Oh, you thought you gonna just keep on doing wrong and I'm just gonna keep on forgiving you. I'm a fool now. I can just see God sometimes with some of this buffoonery that comes to him, to his ears. I'm a fool. You don't think I see you over there? You don't think I made your heart so I already know what you're thinking before you thought it. I know you. You don't think I know you trying to make a fool out of me. That's why I said God see all things. Who y'all fooling? You can't do stuff to kids and run the church and now I'm saved and I'm a preacher. I used to be pimping 15 girls, beating them up, raped them, killed them, all kind. Now I'm a preacher in a pulpit and I forgive it. No, you're not. You're going to pay. You're going to pay. I don't know who y'all think God is. I think y'all think God is a genie. I can just rub this bottle and he gonna do whatever I say. He my genie. And if he don't come when I ask him to, if he don't get me off these streets and I'm homeless, I don't believe in God no more. That's how a lot of y'all atheists. Because God didn't answer when you called. But see, I know the God I serve is an on-time God. He may not come when I want him, but he always on time. And I know this, he is a man that he shall not lie and he will not play. I don't know who told y'all God was these rose petals and flowers in the air. And God is love. That's what y'all always say. God is love. He's love, but God will make you pay. He'll break you down to nothing. Who will witness? God will break you down to nothing so that all you have is him. And all you can say is, Lord, have mercy. He will make you see, I'm God. I'm a jealous God, and I'm the only God you need. And until you realize that, I'm stripping you from everything. Your cars, your house, your women, and sometimes your mind. Don't play with me. I gave it and I will take it. I give life and I take life. Don't question what I do. People say, if God is real, why did he take babies? Because he give it and he take it. He said everything, it got to be a positive and a negative in life. Everything is a positive and a negative. And I don't have to explain nothing because I'm God. You don't question him. I don't know why Chris Stokes did that to them boys. I don't know why TD Jakes was at the freak offs. I don't know why Cassie stayed with Diddy for 14 years. I don't know why Diddy did the things he did to people. I don't know why R. Kelly did what he did. But I know one thing. Nothing goes unpunished under the sun. It's 2004, and look, we only in 2024, and we in almost the 24th day, tomorrow. Because it's another day right now, it's 23rd. Tomorrow will be the 24th year. God, what is going to happen? I'm scared. 2024. Ooh. There may be some stuff happening on Wednesday. 2024. What is about to happen? Y'all get ready. Put on your seatbelts. It's every day. It's something new. Every single day. It's something new. But it's your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I don't know what time it is there. Like I'm losing my thoughts because I didn't got tired. I need y'all to pray. Could y'all just pray? Just pray for the universe. Just pray. Pray for our nation. I don't even want you to pray for just a particular person. I just want you to pray for this nation. Could y'all do that? Because this nation needs prayer. We got wars going on. We got another pandemic coming. We got all these people in Hollywood that we thought that's the life. I used to think if I could just get in Hollywood and perform and be like Beyonce, be on the stage and all them people loving me, that's the life. No, it's not. My daddy had it right. He said all he wanted was a wife, some kids, and a newspaper. And he worked hard and took care of us, and he died, that honorable man. And I'm thinking he did it wrong. My daddy did it right. Y'all have a good night. Talk to y'all later. Thank you for watching. Pray.